The first obstacle a new couple has to navigate is they may or may not have moved in together. They could be at different stages of their relationship, but they're confronting the first holiday season where they're not just like automatically going to their respective families of origin.
Right.
They're trying to figure out, wait, are we going to go together to my family's place, your family's place? We're going to try and split time.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to share the holidays? That kind of thing. And there's a lot of different things that shape, specific considerations that I think couples take into account, like who's closer to their family. Is one family, lots of things I see on Reddit, have to do with, well, one of them has like a single parent who will be all alone, or like they're an only child.
Yeah.
Versus the other one has like one of many siblings.
I
But maybe they have like more like desire to be with their siblings on the holidays.
Right.
So there's all these different like permutations.
Yeah.
What I see as a red flag on those Reddit posts and other social media posts is when people feel like they often take the form of, my significant other is being unfair because like they're asking for more time with their family than I'm getting with my
Right.
family.
Right.
I don't know that we ever struggled with that.
No, but I feel like we're in a unique situation because I probably get 75% more time with my family than you get with your family.
Because a lot of those considerations are like geography and
Right.
family composition and different things like that. For us, it was like a very lopsided. It wasn't like, oh, it was like all the conditions were kind of 50-50.
Right.
So we weren't even starting off from a 50-50 thing. But I do think that a lot of people try to make this a 50-50 compromise to make it fair.
Yeah.
One of our books that we keep coming back to is The 80-80 Marriage by Nate and Kaley Klemp. And what I love about this book is that it really does a good job of describing how our generation has inherited a 50-50 fairness mindset.
Right.
Of like a starting presumption that like in order to be fair, things should be 50-50.
Right.
And that's what like a healthy marriage looks like, is a 50-50 marriage.
Right.
And they kind of deconstruct that and talk about like it sounds good in theory, but in practice what that leads to is like a lot of scorekeeping, like a zero-sum game mentality where every time I recognize that you've won something, you got your way,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, oh, I must have lost something.
Right.
Now I feel like I gotta get one next time.
Right.
It turns into like a under the surface, like we're always in competition.
Yeah.
As opposed to what they recommend is abandoning like the pursuit of fairness and replacing that with a mental model of radical generosity, is what they call, I'm giving 80%, which is, above and beyond the 50 that I'm expected to give and the 50 I'm trying to take. I'm giving 80.
Right.
And if both people are doing that, then you're cultivating like support rather than competition.
Right.
And gratitude rather than jealousy, and love rather than resentment.
So I feel like
the gears
works.
The gears are really turning here.
Well, because I feel like that works a lot in, like in your marriage when you're thinking about it, like in total. But I 100% think that holidays are a 50-50 win-lose. Like either you're doing your family or we're doing my family. So what do you think it looks like to do 80-80 in terms of navigating holidays?
Well, I think you have to entirely set aside like the day counting and like how much time are we spending with each, like that's not that question is fundamentally sets you on the wrong path.
Okay.
The question needs to be like, what will bring us as a couple, like will most help us flourish as a couple.
Right. So if you're finding this video helpful, I ask you to click the like button below so that way other couples also have an opportunity to check out what we've been talking about.
So if a young couple, maybe they're just moved in together, this is their first holidays as a couple, a serious couple, what is your number one tip that you would give them about like how to avoid conflict and like the holidays be a positive rather than negative time in their relationship? My top tip would be, don't think about it as bean counting. Don't try and keep a scorecard. Don't try to like we did this holiday with your family, so I deserve a holiday now, or that holiday was 5 days, so we're gonna spend 5 days with my family.
Right.
Like all of that scorekeeping you will never escape that, and you'll never get to a place where both people feel 100% satisfied with the scorekeeping. So you need to move past the scorekeeping.
I like it. Acknowledge that from the very beginning, it is precedent setting. The choices that you make will start to feel ingrained if you allow them to happen time and time again. So early on, have those conversations.
I feel like that you're adding pressure. Like, how can you like help people not stress out? And you're like, you should stress out. This is high stakes.
No, because I think when you're talking about a young couple that's just moved in together and they are not married. To me, that's a different thing. To me, like that, because nobody has pressure at that point. You're all just like, oh, that'd be fun. I'll come to your house and I'll spend Thanksgiving with you, or I'll spend Christmas with you, and it's like cute and sweet because you're just like, this is adorable. I do think that then it changes when you get married. I think in a better way.
Okay. Is there anything else we would add?
No, we're going to talk about married people next, right?
Yeah. So join us in our next video for once you're past we're going to go to your family's house or my family's house, and you're in the phase of, no, now we're going to, like, this is our home, and we're going to start doing holiday traditions in our home together. So that'll be the topic of the next one. See you over there.